downtown Atlanta. Welcome to Truist Park. MLB The Show has interleague action for you this afternoon. It's the Baltimore Orioles going up against the Atlanta Braves. Alongside Chris Singleton, I'm John Schaffin. Well, Singy, when you consider the top hitters' ballparks in the sport, this has got to be one of them.
I'll say this. Pitchers have to stay with their game. They can't look over their shoulder and think, I have to be fine and perfect on every pitch. Continue to pitch to your strengths, and you'll come out of here with a good outing.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. And going for Atlanta, Chris Sale. Chris, what should we keep an eye on here with him?
Well, I'm interested to see how he utilizes his sinker to this lineup, Boog. You know, it's not necessarily his go-to primary pitch, but he does mix it in when he needs it. He's just got to make sure that it's not flat. Otherwise, it's going to get hit hard. So look for him to throw it up there when he needs a big double play, a ground ball, something like that to get out of an inning, change it up for a hitter. Also, get those hitters looking down so that it opens up the top of the strike zone, especially late in an at-bat. A little tardy on that fastball. Is going to have to get it going a little quicker. Get that front foot down.
And that drops in for a strike. The 0-2. In the air, right field. Acuna on his way over. Takes it in for the out. All right, let's take a look at the Orioles lineup now. And next for the Orioles, Brandon Blunt.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
Just
no,
missed.
That missed. That's a ball.
There's a swing and a drive. Carrying well. Going. Gone. He flexes his power with that swing, and the Orioles jump out in front. It's 1-0.
You can't ask for a better start than hitting a home run in your first at bat to give your team the lead. Always scary for a pitcher when a guy can take a fastball down the middle and hit it to the opposite field. No holes in a swing like that, and that time that ball was hit hard.
One down. Now the Orioles catcher. That to right. Two down.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
Here's the Oriole cleanup hitter, Bill Harden.
That's in. Ball.
Two down, nobody on. In the air, right side. Way back there. Yeah, foul ball. Here's a 1-1.
Ball outside.
Sale delivers. And down on strikes. Third out, and that ends the frame. Solo homer brings in one for Baltimore. It's now a 1-0 ball game. Back here in Atlanta, and pitching here today, Sandy Blunt. Chris, what should we be keeping an eye on here with her?
A power pitcher that is going to pitch aggressively with the fastball. Her velocity ranks near the top in the league. She'll also throw the slider, but if you're a hitter, be ready for the fastball. You're going to see a few of them during your at-bat.
That one finds finds the corner. 0-1.
No, here's a player who hits the ball a mile when he connects. In fact, Acuna is the first player in the StatCast era to hit 10 straight home runs, all traveling more than 420 feet. He's not exactly just clearing the fences out there.
Now the 0-1. Turned on, but that's foul down the third baseline. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
You could see he was trying to stay back long enough to handle the off-speed pitch, but just a little tardy on the fastball.
And a 1-2 again. Got him. One gone here.
Batting second, first baseman.
Here's the Atlanta Braves lineup. This is a veteran-led lineup right here. A lot of players with plenty of experience, Chris.
Yeah, Boo. They understand various situations and think ahead of the opponent. Teams like this know how to get down to business and focus on the task at hand.
Here's Matt Olson. Ball one,
That's
no
inside.
strikes.
That's a ball. Outside. That's a ball.
Backdoored him with a breaking ball. Just got the corner. There's nothing you can really do with that.
The 2-1. This one high in the air to left center. Green on the move. And there are two down.
Batting third, designated hitter.
Profar climbs in on that left side. Nowadays, with advanced metrics and increased use of moving the infielders around, defense isn't necessarily about making errors. Are you able to get to the ball? Are you able to position fielders where guys hit the ball, but within the new shift rules? Hammered down the right side, but foul. The 0-2 stays alive.
No.
And an
ball.
area that goes unnoticed is the coach that's responsible for positioning, and then the research person that's providing the information. So what we're seeing in baseball, so many more people behind the scene.
Foul tip, but he hangs on for strike three. Braves go down quickly here. They trail here 1-0. Back at Truist Park, all set for the start of the inning. Carl Wetzel digs in now.
Looks like he's just sizing him up there. Really good pitch to hit, but he took it all the way. Sometimes guys just want to set their timing later on in the game. That may be a pitch that he turns on.
Out towards right center field. He's got it. And a quick out, number 1.
Batting sixth, the designated hitter, number 6.
Now it's the rookie DH, David Burns. Out to short. Throw on to Olsen. 2 up, 2 down in the top of the second.
Batting seventh, right fielder, number 43.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's the rookie right fielder, Michael Green.
Man, that pitch was dotted. So much talent on display when this guy's out there on the hill.
On the ground to third. Riley fires to first, and that is the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Orioles, but they're on top 1-0. Bottom of the second. Now in for the Braves, Drake Baldwin.
Ball inside.
The 1-0.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one. That's the one. When she elevates, guys aren't touching it.
Nope, ball.
Two balls and a strike. Here it comes.
She's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think of. Good pitch is a strike, but so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last 2 pitches that she's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
That one misses.
Nope, that's ball
so
4.
leadoff
Runner take
walk.
your base.
Well, she tried to nibble right there and just missed her spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now she has somebody to worry about over at first.
Here comes Austin Riley. Quick move to first. Baldwin gets back easily. That one ripped, but foul. The 0-1. Late that time, and it's strike 2.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count.
Got him swinging for the strikeout, and the runner holds.
Well, obviously that was nowhere near the strike zone by the time it got to the plate. People at home watching are thinking, what's he swinging at? But I'll tell you, some of the break guys snap off these days is just devastating. It can be so tough to recognize where a pitch like that's going to end up.
One out man at first. Mike Yastrzemski up here. High fly ball out to center field. Wetzel in position. Brings it in. Out number 2.
Batting seventh, second baseman, Ozzie Albies.
And here comes Ozzie Albies to the dish.
Ball.
The 1-1. And that'll do it. One left for Atlanta. We've played 2 innings. It's 1-0. On to the 3rd inning. Leading off, Charles Green.
Number 67.
That one fouled hard the other way. And the 0-1.
Ball, that's in.
Swings through that one for strike 2. Right side. What a stop. Takes it himself, and he got him. Nicely done at first for the out.
Third baseman, number 38.
So next to hit for Baltimore, Mike Montgomery.
That's high. That's a ball.
That one ripped. And there's 2 away.
Now back, first baseman, number 3.
So back to the top of the Orioles lineup. Frank Lunt, the next to hit. Flied to right his first time.
Ball.
And another ball.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
2 down, nobody on. And that one fouled off. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
He normally does damage on that pitch in that location. Just a swing and a miss there. I don't think you want to throw it again, though.
That's off the mark. Full count now.
Really close pitch down around the knees there, and you could see him asking where it missed. Probably doesn't agree, but it appears he's ready to move on to the next pitch.
Chris Sale looking for that shutdown inning. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Orioles held in check there, but they hold a 1-0 lead. As we go to the last of the 3rd. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Michael Harris II. Clips the corner. Strike 1.
That's the ball.
Swing and a miss. Chased it out of the zone.
Spin rate's outstanding on that high fastball. Really tough to hit.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. The 1-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Swings and misses. And that's 4 strikeouts.
Flipped that screwball up there and got him to swing through it. It's kind of part changeup, part curveball, a reverse curveball, I guess. And clearly it's got some good movement on it. We just don't get to see a good one very often, so it's kind of fun to see. And that was a great one right there.
Here's Mauricio Dubon.
Here.
0-2 now. Ball one there.
Ball.
Too close for me, partner, to take that 0-2 fastball, but for whatever reasons he let it go by. He's still in the at bat. I don't think he'll let the next one go.
Swing and a bouncer. Harden sends it to
Got
first. And 2 straight set down to begin the bottom of the 3rd.
Right fielder, Ronald Acuna Jr.
Wow, Siggy, StatCast tells us he fired an absolute bullet to first, and it needed to be a bullet.
Yeah, 87 miles per hour on a line, Boog, and that's some heat from across the diamond. Really close play at first, but the ball just beat him to the bag.
Here's Acuna. He struck out swinging at his first at bat. That one fouled off. The 0-1.
Almost got him to commit, but he held back.
The 1-1. In the air to left center. Wetzel under it. And that's the 3rd out. Nothing doing here this half. On to inning number 4. It's the Orioles 1 and the Braves nothing. Back in Atlanta Truist Park. On to the 4th. Brandon Blunt getting ready to hit. Chris Sale ready to get back to work.
Yeah.
And that gets the inside corner for a strike. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Swing and a ground ball. Fair ball. And they have their first hit since the 1st inning.
Now batting, catcher, number
Here's the
26.
power hitting catcher. Flied to right his first time.
That's what.
Here's your 1.
That's a ball.
Runner on the go. Swing and a miss. Throw. Save. Runner in scoring position. Nobody out. Top half of inning number 4. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Swing and a miss. Got him to go up the ladder for the K.
Well, it gets talked about a lot, but a good high fastball in a two-strike situation, it's just become such a problem for hitters in more recent years. I mean, with all of the emphasis by pitchers on developing that spin rate, having a good grip on the baseball, those high fastballs, they kind of look like to the hitter that they're rising, even though they're not, but they're not decreasing in velocity and spin rate, so very difficult to get the barrel on it.
Harden in the box now, takes strike one. Man at second.
Ball, that's high.
Swing and a broken bat flare. Olsen steps on the bag, 2 away.
Now batting, center fielder, number 21.
And into the box for Baltimore, Carl Wetzel. He's 0 for 1. Fastball for a strike. Runner at third, 2 away. Next one misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ripped on a line to center. And that'll do it. They get a leadoff single, but leave him stranded. We're midway in the 4th. It's the Orioles 1 and the Braves nothing. Back here in Atlanta, now in for the Braves, Matt Olson.
That's the ball.
And the 1-0. Drilled in the air out towards right center. Wetzel moving under it. And there's 1 down. And here's a look at how she's using her pitches in this one.
Designated hitter, Jurickson Profar.
Now batting Jurickson Profar. He was a strikeout victim his first time. Profar, who hails from Curaçao. Same place that produced Andrew Jones.
That missed. That's the ball.
Home team down a run. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Foul ball there.
Ball outside.
That one
No, that's
misses.
inside.
3-1 now. There's a strike.
Looked pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
Payoff pitch. Got him looking for the K. Now 5 strikeouts for her on the mound.
Boog, I think even when you know she's got that pitch in her arsenal, you're still going to have a hard time recognizing and reacting to it unless you've seen it several times. And honestly, if you can hit that pitch, I'm concerned because you probably can't hit anything else that she throws. That one right there locked him up.
Baldwin at the plate now, and that's strike 1. Two down, nobody on. And that is out of play.
That missed. That's a ball.
One-two now. Swings through it for the K. And that's 6 Ks for her in this one. Down in order go the Braves. They still trail 1-0. We go to the top of the 5th. Here's the designated hitter for the Orioles, David Burns. Fought off foul.
Ball.
Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2. To the right side. And it finds its way through for a hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
Michael Green, the next to hit for the Orioles. 0 for 1 so far. That's in for a strike.
No, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point. Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
Burns gets his lead at first. Nobody out. Runner takes off. Pitch in for a strike. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag. Ground ball, Olsen. He takes it on his own. 1 away here in the 5th.
That's a good piece of hitting right there. It's early, but you still want to move the runner up and give your team a chance to score. That's exactly what happened, so you better believe your teammates are happy with you after that at bat.
Green swings through it for strike 1.
It's amazing to look up and see 88 miles per hour on that changeup. Back in the day, that was a pretty good fastball, but with high velocities these days, that speed differential is right where it needs to be.
Got him looking. He's notched 4 strikeouts now.
Well, you got to be ready to swing the bat with a runner in scoring position and 2 strikes. Just put the ball in play somewhere, and you got a chance. Very frustrating for him, I'm sure. See if the next guy can pick him up.
Out to short, Dubon. Inning over. And the Orioles lead 1. They lead it 1-0. We head to the bottom of the 5th. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Austin Riley.
Ball.
The 1-0. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
She doubled up on the off speed there. We talk about the power fastball, but she's working a little differently here.
And that one fouled off. Got him swinging. It's a strikeout. Looks like she's picked up right where she left off. Here comes Mike Yastrzemski to the plate. Fly to center his first time.
She's got a great feel for her breaking ball today.
Swing and a foul out of play. The Braves yet to pick up a hit here. Make it 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along.
Got a pitch to hit right there with 2 strikes, but just couldn't get a piece. Tell you what, that screwball is so unique and it's so rarely seen. I think it can be tough for any hitter just to get a piece of it, no matter where it's placed. As a hitter, you're just not used to seeing a pitch moving that way and getting on the same plane as it comes into the hitting zone.
Ozzie Albies up to the plate, and that's in for a strike. It's 0-1. Two down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5. And that's fouled off.
She's got to be pretty proud of this outing so far. Sometimes pitchers cower coming into a ballpark like this, but she has attacked hitters. Pitching on the road like this is very impressive. This has been a treat to watch.
2 down, nobody on. Up the middle. Harden. The throw to first. That's the inning. She's through 5 without allowing a hit. Back after this on the show. Back at Truist Park. Close game here and a chance now to look at a few highlights from this one.
Yo no hago canciones, hago himnos pa' que no caduquen. En este género yo fui un Hadouken. Ey, y se extinguieron como en los dinosaurs. Antes que me apague, se apaga el sol. Subimos y rompimos el ascensor. El prepa que les tiro Barbasol. Conejo, ahora los miro de arriba y de lejos. Ey, no contesto DM, no. Hablen con mi manejo, pero yo soy Coco, usted de Viking. Busca el T tirándome un breaking, estoy en mi pick.
So digging in, Frank Blunt.
First baseman, number 3.
And a foul ball. The 0-1. To the right side, Albies. Gets it to first. Leadoff man retired in the 6th.
Now batting, second baseman, number 23.
Digging in, Brandon Blunt. He's produced the only run of the game with his solo shot earlier.
Yeah, the pitching's been outstanding in this one, so that home run has really been the only big sign of life from either offense.
Yeehaw!
Swing and a miss as he was late.
Great velocity at 97 at the top of the zone. And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Chris, third time through the order, and a couple of quick outs for the starter.
Yeah, he's been very frugal today, economical with the pitch count.
Here's the catcher. In for a strike. Good slider. 2 down, nobody on. And we're the top half of the 6th. Check swing to the 0-2, appeal to first. Didn't go. He goes down looking. Nothing doing this time around for the O's, but they lead it 1-0. Bottom of the 6th. Now in for the Braves, Michael Harris II.
Well, these fans definitely want to get
coming on for the Orioles, Tucker.
And this is an important part of this game. Tight score and still a lot of outs to get. So they're looking for a big outing out of him right here to get some critical outs.
Left field. And it gets by him. Now he'll turn for second. And he'll pull into second safely. So they finally get their first hit in this one, and that puts an end to the combined no-hitter bid.
Yeah, and that combined no-no doesn't have the same prestige as a solo one, but you have to give credit to these pitchers for coming in, putting on a great performance so far, but now all attention goes towards getting a W in this ballgame.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Mauricio Dubon next up for the Braves. This is what stat nerds like myself might call a high-leverage situation.
Yeah, but not sure what the numbers say, but clearly an at-bat that could change the course of this game dramatically.
There's a strike.
In today's game, outs are valuable, so guys aren't just willing to give themselves up to advance a runner. They're trying to drive him in as well in the process. So I don't expect him to shorten up and just try to hit behind the runner here.
Man at second. Popped up to the left. Into foul ground. Caught. Good thing, too, he was out of space.
Well, that was a pitch you got to crush. Unbelievable that he missed it right there. I'm telling you, he is going to be frustrated with himself until his next at bat.
Here's Acuna now. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads.
Ball.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
That's the ball.
Here's a 2-0. Tap foul at the plate. This one in the air, center field. Wetzel under it. That's out number 2. And he's up to third safely with 2 gone.
Up next for the Braves, first baseman
Matt Olson stepping to the plate in a big spot now.
Nope, that's low. That's a ball.
The Braves with the tying run at third here in the bottom of the 6th. Fastball for a strike. And that one hit to first.
That ball's foul.
And it's just foul. That was close. The 1-2. Swings and misses. Struck him out. Huge strikeout there.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
Less than half and blowing all the rest like making moves, no GPS. Brand new full, yeah, I get checks. I'm investing half and blowing all the rest. Like
Invest in half, blowing all the rest.
We go to the top of the seventh. So now the Orioles cleanup hitter, Bill
number
Hart.
25.
Chris Sale back to work. In the air, right field. Acuna coming on. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch.
Now batting,
One pitch and one out.
number 21.
And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one. Here's the center fielder, Carl Wetzel.
And it really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
The 0-1. Right through there for a strike. Lined, and that's a base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
Now
There
batting,
comes a skipper out of the
designated
dugout,
hitter,
and
number
he's
6.
ready to make the move. That does it for Chris Sale as the lefty makes way. Good effort out of him, even though he exits on the hook for the loss. New arm on the bump after a quick break.
Now pitching.
New arm out of the bullpen, Aaron
number
Bummer.
49.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
One gone, runner at first. And next for the Orioles, David Burns. 1 for 2. Out towards right center field. And that'll fall for a base hit. Lead runner touches second, headed for third. Save! He beats it!
Now batting, right fielder, number 43.
And now the right fielder, Michael Green, has grounded out a couple of times.
In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. Strike in there. Throw to second. He's safe.
They are being real aggressive to put some runs on the board, get 2 runners now in the scoring position. Excellent job of stealing second base and staying out of a potential double play. Now that can kind of backfire and kill your rally, but it worked out nicely. Now a chance to do some damage.
Two on, one out.
Nope, ball.
Fly ball down the line. And that will drop foul. Here's a 1-2. Caught it, looking for the K.
Big strikeout right there, and that kind of takes the pressure off the defense a bit. Infield was in, so now they can move back, give themselves more time on a grounder to make a play. A lot more ways to work out of this and strand that runner at third now.
Charles Green, the next to hit for the Orioles.
Went down looking on 3 pitches last time. Let's see if he can be a little more aggressive right here.
Sliced hard, but foul.
No, that's low. Ball.
Fly ball down the line. And no one can get to it. It's a foul ball. 2 outs, 2 in scoring position here in the top half of inning number 7. Swing and a ball lined out towards center. Base hit, 1 run is in. Now the second run is in, and they take a 3-run lead.
Big at bat to pad their lead up to 3. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive in the center field. So that definitely felt good.
Now it's going to be Mike Montgomery, and that drops in for a strike. Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. Throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on and 2 out.
Number 3.
So back to the top of the order. Here's the Orioles leadoff hitter, Frank Lunt.
That's the ball down.
Two on, 2 outs. Slapped hard the other way, but foul. And a 1-1. That's a strike, and he inches closer to getting out of the jam.
No, ball.
2 aboard, 2 outs. Inside, 3 and 2 now. Lunt would be next if they can extend the inning.
And he's homered already, so I'm sure he'd love a chance to do some more damage here.
Payoff pitch. That one is absolutely belted. Way back there, it's got a chance. Out of here. A 3-run homer, and they add on. It's 6-0.
And that shot makes their grip on the lead even tighter. Boog, I wasn't sure he hit that one as hard as he needed to get it out of here, but it had just enough behind it for the homer. What an attempt at the wall, though. He really gave a terrific effort to try and bring that one back.
Here comes the manager out of the Braves dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. Aaron Bummer out of the game. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound.
Now pitching.
Here comes a new arm for the Braves, Yoel Payamps.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
So 2 down, Brandon Lunt, the next to hit for the Orioles. Fastball in for a strike, 0-1. That one hit to right. Acuna under it, and that'll do it. But not before 5 crossed the plate, with the big blow being this 3-run homer. The lead has exploded to a half dozen. Back in Atlanta, Truist Park, and now it's the Braves DH, Jurickson Profar. Out to short. Sends it across to first. And the leadoff hitter set down to open the 7th.
Next for the Braves, catcher, Drake.
Here's the catcher, Drake Baldwin. He is struck out, and he is walked.
Calling it back can be a little bit of a dance. Strike 1 here, but a few more pitches. We'll see how it turns out.
The Braves with a lot of ground to make up here at the bottom of the 7th. Next offer in there for a strike. 0-2.
Quickly down 0-2 in the count. I think you got to choke up a little bit, spread out the feet. You don't know what the velocity or the location of this next pitch is going to be.
Here's the 0-2. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Hard ground ball, base knock. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Up next for the Braves,
Austin Riley at the plate. There's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Now a quick throw to first. Baldwin back easily. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. The 0-1.
Low, ball.
Way out front for strike 2. Man at first, one away. A sliding stop at short. The feed for 1 to first, not in time. Great effort there.
up next.
Well, an aggressive slide at second base, but it was legal. I like it because you're trying to break up the double play, and it looked like the slide impacted the throw a little bit. Nice job by the base runner.
Now the left fielder, Mike Yastrzemski. And this one squirts away from the catcher. And now a man into scoring position.
Getting the out was never going to be easy. The wild pitch outside made things very difficult behind the plate, and it turned into a stolen base opportunity.
Man on second, 2 down. Right side, hard hit. That ends the frame. Braves strand 1, still up against a 6-0 deficit. We go to the 8th. Now the Orioles catcher, number 26.
You know, these Orioles, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. We've heard lots of loud noise coming from their bats in this one, haven't we? I mean, they've launched 6 hits at 90+ exit velocity, and that doesn't happen by accident.
Late with the swing there. And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. That one's back there. Out of here. Into the planter, out in center. Home run. He'll circle the bases, and they tack on to their lead. It's 7-0.
Already playing with the lead, and now they're celebrating a home run. They're having a great time out there. Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Bill Harden.
just missed.
That's the ball.
That one outside. 2 balls, no strikes. High umps goes 6 feet 3 inches. He features a slider, a four-seamer, a sinker, and he works in a changeup. 1 down.
Now batting, center fielder, number 21.
So up next, Carl Wetzel, 1 for 3. Pitch misses outside, and that's ball 1. Foul ball. The 1-1. He swings and fouls one off. 1 out, base is empty, and a run in, and we're in the top of the 8th. This ball's chopped on the ground. Fires to first in time.
Now batting, the designated hitter, number 6.
Next is the designated hitter, David Burns. Liner picked on the hop at first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Solo homer brings in 1 for Baltimore. It's now 7-0.
I'm self-built, I'm self-made, and I'm self-paid. Y'all don't really want it with me. Hustle game strong, shoe game mean.
Back here in Atlanta, on to the bottom of the 8th. Here is Ozzie Albies up to hit. And that skips into dirt.
You know, these Braves just aren't putting great swings on the baseball in this one. Just 1 extra base hit for them, so they haven't exactly been hitting the ball gap to gap or out of the park. That makes it really difficult to generate runs.
Right through there for a strike. That one finds the zone. Going to count 1-2. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Had him out front for strike 3.
Got away with that curveball, no doubt about it. It passed right through the heart of the strike zone, and he just couldn't get the bat on it. When you strike out on one like that, that's when you start having conversations with yourself, and they're not usually very friendly.
Harris in the box again, takes a strike. The Braves with a lot of ground to make up here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. That's in there at the knees, and it's strike 2. Battling here as he fouls it away. Owen Chu now. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
With that kind of velocity, an elevated fastball, even if it's still in the strike zone, can be tough for hitters to get on top of.
2 down, base is empty. Mauricio Dubon next up for the Braves.
And this guy is just filling up the strike zone right now. Don't want to get yourself in an 0-2 hole. You better be ready to pull the trigger on the first pitch.
That clips the corner. That one just misses. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. Two down, nobody on. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. And he strikes out the side here in the 8th. It's the Orioles 7 and the Braves nothing. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Ian Hamilton.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
Number 43.
Stepping in, Michael Green. 0 for 3 in this one.
That's a ball.
Swings and blasts one deep to left center. This one's got a chance, and that one is gone. He sends it out of here, and they add to their lead. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish.
We take another look as StatCast tells us that ball took off at 110 miles an hour.
And plenty of distance as well. I mean, that was an impressive home run, Boog. He squared it up and knew it was gone.
Now here is Charles Green.
Good swing out of him last time. Ripped a liner into center.
Ball, that's outside.
Nobody on, nobody out with a run in here at the top of the 9th. And the slider just misses. The Braves bullpen has some activity. Joey Wentz, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. Kinley getting loose as well. Here's a high fly ball out to center. Harris on his way over, pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And there's one away.
Now batting, third baseman, number 38.
Mike Montgomery, the next to hit for the Orioles. On the ground, right side. Albies over to first in time. And that is out number 2.
That's what a good sinker's designed to do. Get a guy to roll over a little bit, hit the ball on the ground, kill some worms while you're at it.
And into the box for Baltimore, Frank Blunt. He sent one out of here in the 7th.
Yeah, big moment in this game as well. It was a great swing, and one of the reasons why they're out in front and looking to add on right here.
That's off the inside corner. Ball 1. And there's a foul ball. 2 down, nobody on. On the ground to short. On to first, and that's the inning. Solo homer brings in 1 for Baltimore. It's now an 8-0 game. Back at
Now pitching for Baltimore.
So a new arm out of the bullpen for the Orioles, Elizabeth Montgomery.
Compared to some days, this is a pretty low leverage appearance for her, so she should be fairly free and easy out there. Still have to keep yourself sharp and attack the strike zone.
Nope, ball.
Inside, just
ball.
missed. Two and 0 the count. Here it comes. That one fouled off. The 2-1. Acuna lines one to left. Green takes it in for the out. And there's one down.
Up next for the Braves, first baseman.
Here is Matt Olson. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a strikeout.
Ball.
One down, base is empty here in the 9th. Hammered down the right side, but foul. Next pitch in for a strike. Now 1-2.
No, that's out.
The Orioles up big in this one here in the last half of inning number 9. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Struck him out swinging. Braves down to their final out.
Good late cut for the strikeout there. That thing really got in on him. And, you know, the cutter isn't really a huge swing and miss pitch most of the time because it's not really meant to move a whole lot. You're just trying to miss the big part of the barrel and maybe get some weak contact. But that one right there did a whole lot more than that. That was a really good pitch.
High fly ball, right field. Green under it. And he's got it. Ball game. And the Orioles take this one in a blowout.
Well, a big win by 8 runs, and when you have that kind of lead, you make it easier for the pitching staff to come out, make their pitches, pitch to contact, and not worry about giving up the lead. So nice job today all the way around to get the W.
8-0 is how this one ends as the Orioles win this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Sciambi. Thanks for joining us.
Never tell you about the sun? Can I make you believe that in the summer when it burn it don't burn out the leaves? Look at me staying on keeping the healthiest sheen. That's how our function could be. Start this production with me. We can mark time with a band. Harmony on all notes. Music composed with a jam. Ooh, the sun is shining on something. L-O-V-E, love. And that's word to plug 2 to J.D. Dub. My round is door. And now